Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What we are witnessing in Ukraine, it's not the war. The war is just a means to an end. We are witnessing, actually, the plundering of the Ukrainian nation by some interests from the West. The people in charge of those interests are not necessarily Westerners. But what we're witnessing is not the war. We get drawn, and our attention gets drawn into the war. But why is the war over there? It is a plundering operation. That's what it is. Ukraine is just a trampoline from those interests into Russia's resources, manpower, and so on. What's going on here? Denis Shmyhal, who is the Prime Minister of the Ukrainian nation, he's Jewish. Zelensky is the president of the Ukrainian nation. He is also Jewish. The chief of the presidential office, the guy who acts like the foreign minister, is also Jewish. His name is Andriy Yermak. The defense minister of Ukraine is Umerov. He is a Tatar. The chief general of the Ukrainian nation is an ethnic Russian. Where are the Ukrainians again? The foreign minister? Budanov? Where are they? They're working, and they're about to have their pockets picked by the same guys who picked Russia's pockets, Romania's pockets, Hungary's pockets, Czechoslovakia's pockets, Bulgaria's pockets, and the Baltic states' pockets after the fall of the Iron Curtain. The same guys are plundering Ukraine this time even more aggressively than they did it before. Russia successfully got rid of the plunderers. And in the meantime, they exposed who the plunderers are. Ukraine has the plunderers controlling their resources. Shmyhal will sell your country. Here it is. To whom? Ukrinform. I will make the connections. Look at this. Minerals Deal. This is the Jewish Prime Minister of the Ukrainian nation. Minerals deal with the United States may be signed within 24 hours, Prime Minister Shmyhal said. Shalom, Mr. Shmyhal. Prime Minister Shmyhal expressed hope that the minerals agreement between the governments of Ukraine and the US will be signed within the next 24 hours. And I'm quoting, today, First Deputy Prime Minister Yulia Svirdenko is on her way to Washington. We are already finalizing the remaining details with our American counterparts. They're American counterparts. They're all American over there. Indeed, this is a strategic agreement on creating an investment fund, a partnership. This is a truly equal, good international agreement on joint investments in the development. I want you to keep in mind these two words, investments and development, and restoration of Ukraine between the US government and the Ukrainian government. But you are in charge of the Ukrainian nation. As soon as all the remaining details are finalized, soon, I hope, within the next 24 hours, the agreement will be signed, and accordingly, we will get the first step. All right, well, very nice, right? According to Shmyhal, after the agreement is signed, 2 more technical documents will be signed on the creation of an investment fund and its financing and replenishment. Just as a little quick look, we have this woman here. And she is what? What is she? What is she? She is right there. She is a billionaire. She's Jewish. And she served as the United States Secretary of Commerce. Now, do you know who the Secretary of Commerce is right now? I will show you. This guy, Do you recognize this guy? He's also Jewish. So this guy will see him behind Trump all the time. He is the one, together with what Miss Pritzker, his name is, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Where is your name, baby doll? Howard, very, very British, Lutnick-Stein. And we have this guy, and we have Pritzker. And Pritzker she was right here. She was, where are you, baby doll? I know you are somewhere. She was appointed. Let me show you what she was appointed as. She was appointed as US Special. That means appointed, not elected. None of the guys I featured here are elected. Shmyhal is elected together with his friend, and we have Penny. She was appointed as special representative for Ukraine's economic recovery. Do you remember those words I asked you to remember that were right here somewhere? Investments and development for recovery. So she's going to be in charge of something. What do you think is going to be in charge of? Managing who's investing in Ukraine. She's going to say, yes, you do, yes, you don't. Baby, this is your contract. This is not going to be your contract. And now the minister, the Secretary of Commerce is Mr. Lutnick. Where are the Ukrainians here? Where are the Americans? Oh, they are Americans. All right, let's see what the beautiful contract says, the plundering. The head of the government also discussed some details of the agreement. According to him, it lays down establishing an investment fund. When they said investment fund, whose money? The banking system. Who is it? In Ukraine, with a 50-50 distribution of management shares, and shares to be contributed by both sides, because Ukraine has a lot of money. Contributions will be made in cash. Cash. And what is she going to do? What do you think she's going to do? It's Pritzker right there. What do you think she's going to do? And what do you think? Oh, I forgot about this guy. Her, where is he? Do you know this fat fuck? Robert Pritzker is an American businessman. And he is the governor, if I remember correctly, of Illinois. You can make shit up. He's also Jewish, anyway. So remember that guy with this guy. Oh my God. Look at that beak. Anyway, let's go back here. At the same time, the American side will be able to count new military assistance to Ukraine as a contribution to that fund. Ukraine retains control over all resources. Yeah, right, but we have the right to get them for you. This is subsoil, infrastructure, natural resources shall not be part of a condition of this fund, this agreement. Ukraine only makes a contribution from new licenses, from new rent on mineral mines. So my point is this. This is the plundering of Ukraine, the Ukrainian nation, by Shmyhal, Pritzker, Lutnick, Zelensky, Yermak, Trump, right? That's what I think it is. You know how I know it is? Because I know how the so-called privatization in Romania occurred. I'm very aware in the same way. I know how the Russia's Soviet Union, Russia then privatization occurred. With banks from outside investing through citizens, Russian citizens, why do I say citizens? Not ethnic Russians, like Abramovich and others, who bought certain companies with energy companies, their resources, with those guys' money, they being the representatives. That's how they took it. So the same Pritzkers who controlled Russia and until Putin came over and smacked them, are now going to control what exactly? They're in charge. They're in charge. Maybe what I'm saying is idiotic to some and it's too far to be grasped. Well, what I suggest you do, you catch up. Not catch up like the ketchup. Catch up with the information that is out there. And when you're going to catch up, you're going to see how the horizon broadens. Why? Because what I tell you here is based on knowledge, information, direct experience accumulated through decades. Instead of jerking off, through decades, doing something else. You need to do that. These are conclusions. These are signs that you see the signs and you say, oh my God, that's exactly what happened over there. Oh my God, it's the war in Ukraine. For what? Oh, the Ukrainian people. Who is the mass media? Who is telling you these stories? The same guys. Thank you very much for being with me again today. God help the Ukrainian nation get in charge of its nation. As of now, it's just a usurpers. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth and be just.